Yeah, I know. I'm in the same place that I was, and this is probably you're probably just gonna think I filmed this 10 seconds after I made that revised Will Wagner video, but yes, I did. Haha, Dylan has time on his hands and he's going to make videos. This one is about Camp Cope, a band from Melbourne, an all girls band from Melbourne, formed by Georgia Mack, an acoustic artist who I've kind of fallen in love with because she is a great singer. Um, but yeah, Camp Cope was a project started by Georgia Mack, and she formed it with, I think, two other girls, just a bass player and a drummer. And they sing some of the, well, Georgia Mack sings some of the greatest songs I've ever heard come out of the Melbourne Sound area. And you know how much I love Will Wagner and the Smith Street Band, but I think Camp Cope have taken like bits of the Smith Street Band and placed it into their own music. And I think that's good that they're playing off each other because they're both Melbourne bands and they both get the same. But I digress. Let's talk about the songs because, oh my god, some of the songs on this album. Um, there's songs like Jet Fuel Can't Melt Steel Beams, which just seems like an internet meme, but it's not. It's not a meme. It's a great song sung by Camp Cope, and it's about, I guess, politics. It covers politics a lot, and about how I heard this on Triple J when she was doing an interview with the guy who does Short Fast Loud. She was talking about how she's a conspiracy theorist, but she doesn't believe in that conspiracy theory. I think that's cool. But yeah, the bass playing is tight and the drumming is tight, and it's just a very good song. And I think what I really want to do, because I like songs like Song for Charlie and Trepidation and Done and Stove Lighter, but I really want to spend most of this video talking about my two favourite songs from this album. Um, they are Flesh and Electricity and West Side Story. Oh, and also Lost Season 1, that's a great song too, but I won't spend time talking about that. Definitely listen to it though, definitely, because it's got a really good lyric about how she was trying to talk to this guy, but he just spent his time watching Lost Season 1. Or the other way around, I don't know. I ramble. But yeah, West Side Story is a 5 minute song about, I think it's about her friend who was in the hospital. I don't know. There's, I can't really infer from the lyrics. But it's so heartbreaking. I use that word so often when I talk about music, but it just is. And I've read people on like Project U who were listening to this album and just breaking down into tears because it's so genuine and emotional. And that's another cue I think they take from the Smith Street Band, where they're just, Georgia Mack just sings so rawly about her time in Melbourne, because that's all this album's about, really. It's her time in Melbourne and her experiences when she lived in Melbourne. But West Side Story's got killer lyrics about how she can't get the audience out of her head when she sings. She's always trying to please her fans and the people who go to see them. And it's got the lyric about how you went on tour and I went on medication. Now, I'm not sure if that's sung from her perspective about her going on medication and the other person going on tour. I feel like it's the other way around because she's the one in the band. But this song kind of ties in, West Side Story kind of ties in with Song for Charlie, I feel like, because I think Song for Charlie is about her friend who died. I think they died. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to listen to the songs a lot more. But yeah, you went on tour and I went on medication. It's just so genuine and raw. Again, using buzzwords like genuine and raw, but it is. Because it's very lo-fi and stripped back the way they sing. Because there's only a bass player and a drummer, and they can't really, like, I don't know the word. They can't really branch out into much different ways of playing, but they do. And West Side Story is very slow and meaningful the way it's sung. And then we have Flesh and Electricity, which I've heard that Georgia Mack, again from the Triple J interview, did a lot of like, I don't know what it's called, where you go to hospitals and help out, but she did a lot of that. And I I don't know if the song's sung because of that, but there's lyrics. The main chorus of this song is about how she's been desensitized to the human body, and how when she sees this person naked, all she sees is anatomy. And it's just, I guess, true that you've spent so much time in the hospital that you can't see anyone as a sexual object. And there's two ways of interpreting it, really. There's the way that I'm talking about right now, where she spent so much time with sick people that she cannot see anyone as anything other than a body, as the anatomy that they are, flesh and electricity. Or there's the way that she's become so in love with this person that she cannot see them as naked. That's not the big reward. That she didn't enter this relationship to see this person naked. She entered this relationship to see them as them, and that's why she can only see their body and only see their human anatomy, because that's all she wants to see. She doesn't want to see them as some sexual object, as I said before. She wants to see them as they are, as the person she fell in love with, not what was beneath their clothes. And that's great writing, the way that someone like myself can take these lyrics in so many different ways. But yeah, definitely check out Camp Cope's debut album. It's not got many views on YouTube. It's very hidden away, but definitely check it out. And if they weren't 18 plus, I would go and see them, and I would be one of the main people in the crowds with their lighters up in the air, phone torches up in the air, singing along to West Side Story. 'Cause, oh my god, best song of the year. But yeah, see you guys.